Well, good afternoon. Happy New Year. Happy New Decade to everyone who is here. I'd like to first thank you for being here today and wanting to increase your business in 2020. The name of this webinar is Start Your 2020 with a Bang. As you know, I am always here and available to help you personally and individually. If anybody is interested in any type of personal help, I am absolutely available for you to come and meet with me. I can help you either by phone or we can meet at the office. So with that, I just wanted to let you know that I am very excited that this year is going to be fabulous. And I really hope that you will join on this ride and make this year your best year ever in real estate. Let's start with the fact that real estate requires work. Nothing in this business is easy. However, when we have a plan, we keep track of our plan, we can always get to our goal. The first thing that I want to talk about with this at this time is that the first thing you need to do is plan your day, plan your week, and your year. Obviously, we are already at the beginning of the year, and this plan should have been started a while ago. But if you have not done it, then this is the best time to start. You first have to have goals, and your schedule, everything that you do on a daily basis, has to support those goals. It doesn't matter what your goal is, you just have to have one. Those daily activities that you do, your daily habits that you develop of working on a daily basis, your action plan, it has to be supporting those goals that you are interested in. So let's talk about what you do on a daily basis. There are a lot of things that you can do in this business that have absolutely nothing to do with making money. So what you want to do in creating your action plan is to put first the dollar productive activities that will help you reach those goals. So what are those activities? Obviously, we start with generating leads, and not just generating them, but also converting them. That requires knowing what to say, who to reach, how to say it, how to get them to want to work with you rather than with the competition. We have a lot of different resources in Prime Agent and in other resources that we have available for you where you can learn scripts and then adapt to your own style what you need to do and say. Another thing is that in that plan, you have to develop 3 to 5 different sources of sellers and buyer opportunities. Why 3 to 5? Because it is very difficult to build a business and keep it going with just one source. What are some of those sources? Well, you can decide that you want to focus on your sphere of influence. You can join networking opportunities. You may also go after for sale by owners or expireds. You may decide that you want to do social media in a really focused way. You may decide to do farming in a particular area. So what are those 3 to 5 different sources where you can find buyers and sellers and those opportunities that are going to make your goals become a reality? The next thing, as you are looking for those sources of business, you have to be obsessed with adding those people that you meet to your contact management system. your CRM or database, whatever you want to call it. We have a great system that we have available with Prime Agent where you can add everyone you meet. You can also stay in touch with them on a regular basis with their either emails that you create to say hello or with your newsletter that goes out once a month. One of the problems that we have in this business is that we work so hard on generating a lead, converting a lead, and then we forget to follow up. We get so busy in our days and in our business that we don't follow up and we miss those opportunities. So you have to also include in those dollar productive activities, the things that you do every day to follow up, follow up, follow up. You have to follow up so much that you feel uncomfortable. If you are feeling that you're just following up too much, that may be just a level of following up that you should be doing anyway. So follow up more than you are comfortable doing. And then you won't miss out on those opportunities that sometimes it's crazy when you find out somebody that you were working with bought a house from somebody else and you feel like, oh my God, why didn't they come back to me? You have to take responsibility that it was really your fault, that you forgot about them, so they forgot about you. So moving on, another thing that is very important in this business is to keep track. Keep track of your activities. Keep track of what you're doing. Keep track of what is working and what is not working. I use a spreadsheet to remind me to keep track of everything that I do. And it says on the top, unless you know where you are or keep track of where you are going, how will you know you're on the right track? And each day you should ask yourself, am I doing the most productive activity right now? And that goes back to, am I doing dollar productive activities? Am I doing things that are going to generate income? Or am I doing something that could have been delegated to someone else that is really not going to directly make money for me? I know we all prefer to spend our time making beautiful flyers, but really the flyer is not going to make you money. The flyer is a tool, and that could be done by someone else and probably even become better than you would have done it. What are those activities that generate the income? Generating the leads, contacting people, talking to people, knocking on doors, meeting people, shaking hands, making phone calls. That's what you need to keep track of also. Every day in this business, you have to improve your knowledge. Improve your knowledge of your market. You want to become a market knowledge broker. You need to know what is new on the market, what went under contract, what sold, what are days on the market, what is the absorption rate in your market. This is part of your daily activities, your daily habits. What can you do on a daily basis that can help you improve what you know about that area of your business? But also improve your knowledge in real estate in general. You need to become better every day. Every day, review what you've done, adjust what is not working, and improve daily. So thinking about that, how can I improve what I did yesterday or what I did last week or last year? Where can I go to take an additional class? Where can I go to get more opportunities to meet people? When should I do that? Who can I contact who can help me improve my business? If things are not working for you, you have to be willing to change what is not working. And there are many people in our company that are willing to help you, but you have to ask for help. And always, always be learning. That I cannot stress enough. Nobody knows everything in this business, and there are always things that are changing. So if you always keep an open mind and a learning mind, you will always be better than you were before and have the upper hand when it comes to competing with other agents. So let's talk about your perfect day. A perfect day, in my opinion, in real estate is when you have an opportunity to go to a closing. You go to the closing date, and everything you have done, that is the success of the transaction. That is when we get paid a commission that we have earned. But those closings cannot and will not happen unless we have had a transaction that was in process. We followed up with the attorneys, with the clients, and made sure that everything was proceeding. If anything breaks in the middle, a lot of times that happens because we did not follow up correctly. But following up cannot happen unless we go through the process of the transaction, the home inspection, the appraisal. That's part of what we do on a daily basis. However, we don't have any appraisals or home inspections unless we have written a contract. We have reviewed sales contracts. We have been involved in negotiations. There's a give and take. There is a going back and forth. One of the best days in this business actually is when you're involved in a negotiation, helping a client review a contract, helping them determine whether it is a good deal for them or not, whether it is a seller or a buyer. That is a good day. But again, you cannot review any contracts. You cannot do any negotiations unless you have done, prior to that, presentations to sellers, presentations to buyers. You have done showings. This is all part of the requirements before you can actually get to the ultimate day of the closing. However, you cannot do presentations and showings if you don't have anybody to present to or to show to. That is why you have to convert the leads that you have received or you have generated into clients. They have to choose to work with you. There are so many different options in this business. What's the difference between one agent and another agent? It is what we do and what we offer for them, the services that we provide to them. Now, none of that can happen unless we have generation of leads. Lead generation is where it all starts. Generating leads is the most important activity that we all have in this business. The first thing in the morning that we should do is think, how am I going to generate leads so that I can keep this business going? Notice that you cannot go to a closing unless you have first generated a lead that you then converted to a client to whom you have presented or shown properties to, that you had negotiations and wrote a contract, and then that leads you to the home inspection, appraisals, and all the other stuff that goes with that. You have to keep that together by following up and processing the transaction, and then yes, you get to the closing table. But again, none of that happens unless you generated a lead. So it's so important. Most people want to go to the closing, but they don't like, nobody likes to go knocking on doors and making phone calls and generating new business. Actually, this business doesn't happen unless we start with that first. So let's talk about what's in your head. This business sometimes gets hard, and it's easy to get discouraged. It is easy to have negativity. It is easy when things fall through to think this business is not worth it. But I'll tell you, after being in this business for so long, you can really change that. You change your mind, you work on the words you're saying in your head, and you can actually change this business for the better for yourself. Napoleon Hill, in his book Think and Grow Rich, mentioned that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So what is it that is in your head? What do you expect out of this year? 2020 is here. It's not coming, it's here already. So what is it that you want? What are your goals? And are you willing to do what is necessary to make those goals a reality? Think about it. What is in your head? Are you a positive person or are you a negative person? Even if you are a positive person, bad things will happen in a transaction, but you can't give up. You have to keep going back to your plan and even fight through that to get to the next day. There is a real estate instructor called Tom Ferry who says the realization of your plan is worth more than any single transaction. Going back to how important it is to keep an eye on your plan. Your plan is more important than any one transaction. It's very easy to let our business interfere with the actual plan that we have put in place. So refuse to let your business interfere with the plan and trust the process. So let's talk about that process. Create a plan. You start working. Maybe you make a lot of phone calls. You knock on a lot of doors. You meet a lot of people, shake a lot of hands, but you don't get to turn one of those people into a lead. You have to continue the next day and do the same thing. You have to trust that the process of meeting people on a regular basis and adding those people to your database and staying in touch with them will eventually generate the business that you need. So I'd like to remind you that I am available to help any single one of you that wants help one-on-one. We can meet at the office, we can talk on the phone, we can meet for coffee. If you do what you need to do in this business in this year, you can end up 2020 with a smile. My email address is on the bottom of the screen. And if you have any questions, any comments, anything that you want help with, please send me an email. I'd be happy to help you. I also have a lot of sheets that I can share with you. So if you want any of the resources and tools, if you want direction or guidance, I am here to help you. So I'd like to say Happy New Year. Mary, thank you so much for being here. And Happy New Year. Have a wonderful year. And if there's anything I can do to help you to achieve all your goals, you know where to find me. Thank you so much and have a fabulous day.